So we'll begin at the top of the head, chin to chest on an exhale. Inhale, reaching the chin up to the sky, back and forth about 4 or 5 times. As you let the head fall forward, gently squeeze the throat muscles. That's our exhale. Inhale, head falls back, reaching the chin up, mobilizing these neck muscles, flexion and extension. The next motion of the head, we'll let it fall off to the right. On an exhale, inhale back to center. Exhale, let it fall left. Inhale back to center. 4 or 5 times back and forth. Begin to let the head fall heavy so that perhaps it pulls the shoulder joint and ribs just a little bit. Just noticing the way the body is connected and follows that initiation of the head movement. Rotating the head to the right, nose over the shoulder, using the eyes as well to see something behind you. Inhale, pass through center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, pass through center, back and forth. Again, let the shoulder girdle and the ribs follow maybe as subtly, or you can choose to isolate completely and not move those parts of the body. I'm going to step forward on the left as we turn the head left and stepping back together, back and forth. Not quite a lunge. We're really just 90-degree angles in the knee and the hip, stepping forward, letting the back heel peel off. If you'd like to try releasing the arms, making it just a little more difficult, we'll reach the opposite arm as leg forward, rotating to look at the back arm. Step forward with the right, left arm forward, turning to the right, and vice versa. Exhale, step. Inhale, push back. And we'll let that go. Shoulders lifting up, shoulders and heels connected. So heels lift up off the floor as the shoulders lift up. Like the feeling of a marionette almost, and then the shoulders press down and back as the heels find the floor and the knees bend. Everything else stays vertical and fairly neutral. Inhale up, exhale, sinking down. 8 to 10 times for this one. We'll reach the arms up, fingers to the shoulders, all the way down to the heels, and then like we're cut from a rope on the top, let the body fall, the torso fall forward over the thighs. The heels will come down, the knees bend, hinging at the hips. Exhale, drop. Inhale, roll up to stand. Inhale, 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 reach. Exhale, drop, and roll up to stand. Big inhale, reach, even look up, using the eyes to see between the fingertips, and then the head drops down between the knees. So playing with this idea of suspension, lifting up, and then the release, the drop, with enough control that obviously we don't fall. So the stability of the legs underneath us, feeling grounded and strong in the pelvis, will help the upper body to be free to drop with gravity. Let's swing through the middle, a little bounce here as we're at the bottom. Letting the arms, the shoulders, the head swing down, little bounce, and then another little bounce to come back upright. Head coming between the knees. Give it a really good exhale with each drop. And inhale to lift up. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift up. Make sure the knees are bending and bouncing in order to catalyze this movement with just forces of momentum, mostly. We'll roll the left shoulder and then the right, back and forth a few times, full range. Let the head get pulled using the eyes, and then reverse the circles from back to front, just noticing how the rib cage gets mobilized. We'll be stepping out to the left as we circle still the shoulder, but this time by reaching the elbow about a mid-distance away. Looking behind you as the elbow reaches back, and then push step together. Inhale, step out, side lunge. Exhale, step together. Inhale, step out, and exhale, step together. So when we step out, let's approach the floor, toe, ball, heel, pushing away from the floor, heel, ball, toe to come back. Navigating our weight shift through the toes, will, I don't know, provide a better spring, a better mechanism for movement. So we're continuing this, reversing the circle of the shoulders, but by reaching the arms fully away from you, possibly even articulating the fingers and the hands and the wrists in small movements to warm up those furthest away points of the extremities. I believe we've done 10 of each. 10 with the elbows in the first direction, 10 with the full arms in the reverse direction. We'll step forward into that pseudo lunge again. We're curling the upper back as we step forward and then arching it as we step back. The arms are on the horizontal plane, wrapping the head as we curl, and then elbows pull back to expose the chest as we arch. Back and forth with the legs. Our eyes are changing focus down as we're forward and up as we're back, so that increases the challenge of maintaining our balance here. Approaching the floor, still toe ball heel to go forward, heel ball toe to push back. Really just the upper spine, everything below the belly button stays vertical. And we'll let the arms release down. Curling the spine over bent legs. This time we are mobilizing the entire spine. The pelvis reaches forward, like the tailbone tucking through the legs as the head also reaches forward. And then vice versa, tail points back, head points back. The belly is moving in the opposite direction of the head and tail. Taking a few different arm pathways here. That's the horizontal plane that we just did. This is going to be the full circle, drop down to curl, and lift up to arch. Let the arms fall all the way down before you restart the curl. Staying on the bent knees the entire time will give the pelvis the most range of motion. And then this is just the reverse arm circle. Up the back to arch, down the front to curl. We'll take little quarter pivots. So knees and toes are pointing forward as we curl, releasing one leg open, a quarter 90-degree turn. Now knees are wide as we arch. This is the full circular arm, the first one. Still, tail and head point forward to curl, stretch the knees, bend the knees, tail and head point back to arch. So there's a big bounce in here. Knees bent, knees straight, knees bent to curl, straight to push, bent to arch, straight to push closed. We have left leg opening and right leg closing. Right leg opening and left leg closing. Open, nice deep squat, push to curl, open squat, and exhale, push to curl. Mobilizing the spine in a side-to-side direction, we're going to reach down the left leg, right elbow reaching up to the sky. So we're opening up the side body this way, the space between the hip and the armpit, or hip and elbow in this case. Allow the pelvis to shift off to the side to make space for the side body to open up. Now we're unfolding the arm fully. So hips are shifting right as we unfold that right arm overhead. Hips shift left. Unfold the left arm overhead. Widen the stance, toes point out, knees will point out when we bend them. Side bending, top arm reaches overhead, bottom arm reaches underneath, threading through the middle as we approach that reach. Trying to get the shoulder down toward the thigh as close as possible. So deep squat, deep side bend, exhale, bending right, inhale, stretch, open. Exhale, bending left, inhale, stretch, open. When we bend right, it's the left arm that comes overhead, open arms. And we bend left, right arm comes overhead, stretch and open the arms. 8 to 10 times with this. We're going to step out to the side again, that side lunge, and as we do, we're going to allow the torso to fall off to the side over that bent leg, back and forth. You can let the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, the fingers unfold over that side bend, stepping out to the right, left arm unfolds, push and step back. Step out to the left, right arm unfolds, push and step back. So again, it's sort of like shoulder coming close to the thigh for the full range of motion in this movement. Let the head be part of it too, if you can let the head fall off to the side a little bit. Head is really the top of the spine there. All right, we're now going to rotate the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up long, reminding us of our vertical column of energy and of stacked vertebrae. And then splitting the air, reaching here, the right arm back, left arm forward as we rotate to the right. Inhale up, rotating left, using the eyes. And as we rotate, grow the crown of the head up toward the sky so that we're not crunching vertebrae. You can allow the pelvis to twist with you, or you can practice isolating the movement to just the spine and watch that the pelvis doesn't come with you. So I think I've done both here, starting with the isolation, the first 4, and then allowing it to rotate the second 4. All right, we're going to swing, starting arms like a funnel, big high V, rotating to the right, drop through the middle, inhale, rotate to the left, exhale, drop through the middle, inhale, rotate right. So weight in between the legs when we drop, and then standing up here now on the right leg as we twist right, exhale, drop through the middle, standing on the left leg as we twist left. The toes of the not supporting leg can stay connected to the ground just for a little extra stability, but we are transferring the weight from one leg to another. Let the head drop, the arms drop through the knees, and then inhale, stretch tall, twist your funnel around that standing leg. One more side lunge exercise. This time we're going to rotate the spine by reaching down to the opposite shin. Inhale, lift the arms, exhale, step out to the right, left arm reaches across to the ankle, to the shin, maybe to the knee if that's too low. Inhale up, step out and twist, pushing back. That back arm is just going to reach skyward. So we maintain a sense for our vertical plane. Bringing the body down and twisted as we step out to the side. Exhaling open and inhale, push back. Lift the arms, exhale, twist, and inhale, push to stand. Arms up, big step out, twisting, reaching down, and push back. You can just swing the arms out, helicopter movement, like a little kid. Allow the spine to relax and neutralize. Maybe shifting the weight side to side as you do it. Anything else you need to allow the spine to, find its length and its relaxation. Just bouncing the skeleton here, let the shoulders and the ribs bounce on top of the pelvis, shaking the hands, shaking the foot. Shaking is a wonderful way to release tension. All right, we're coming forward into a flat back. The arms are along each side of the spine like an extension of the spine. Fingertips reaching back helps to pull the shoulders down and back. Coming forward, keep the weight on the balls of the feet. This time we're sweeping the arms overhead and then back by the hips. Exhale, flat back forward. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Exhale, sweep the arms back. And inhale, stand tall. This time we'll leave the arms overhead when we stand. Exhale, forward. Inhale, bend as the arms sweep. Straighten the legs as the arms sweep back and then stand. Exhale, forward. Inhale, bend and sweep forward. Exhale, press the arms back and then stand. Folding forward, bending the knees as the arms reach forward. This time straighten the knees with the arms forward and stand up with the arms forward before bringing them back down by the hips. Flat back, bend and reach the arms. Straighten, keep the arms overhead and stand. Circle the arms down. Flat back, bend and circle the arms. Stretch and reach to the long diagonal on the floor. Come back up to the flat back, coming onto the tiptoes. Bend the knees, all in the flat back. Straighten the knees, arms sweep back, and then stand. 8 parts here. Exhale, flat back. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, flat back reaches to the So here we are, the diagonal, the flat back, the tiptoes, heels down, bend the knees, straighten the knees, keep the arms overhead, and stand. Most difficult rendition so far. One more time. Flat back. Inhale, bend and sweep. Exhale, straighten and reach for the diagonal. Inhale, come on up to the flat back. Exhale, come onto the balls of the feet. Inhale, lower down and bend. Exhale, straighten up and stand. And inhale, sweep the arms down by the hips. To release the low back muscles here, you can heavy head, heavy shoulders, swing side to side a little bit, just pulling open that space. All right, shifting the hips off to the right as we reach the torso long over to the left. So we do want to displace the pelvis first. Setting the pelvis on an angle gives the torso a reason to also find that sideways angle. Biceps by the ears, elbows facing forward, thumbs facing back. We'll keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Back and forth. This time we're going to bend the knees, sweep the bottom arm underneath, and then thread it back overhead before we stand. Shift and exhale, side bend. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the bottom arm up and overhead. And inhale, stand up. Back and forth like that about 4 times. You'll notice the side body muscles beginning to burn as we maintain that position and try to come back to center. I think now we're going to a flat back and we're all the way over. So hip, body, pull the left hip back in space. That'll turn the torso to face your left leg. Press it forward and then come up. So hip is out, right hip is back, flat back over the right leg, right hip forward into the side reach, and then stand. Hip over, side reach, left hip pulls back, left hip presses forward, and coming up to center. Once more, hip out to the left, pull the right hip back, flat back, right hip presses forward, and coming back up to stand. Hip goes out. We're piecing all this together. Bend the knees, thread the bottom arm through the top again. Pull the right hip back. Exhale, let the body fold over that front leg. Inhale, rolling up the spine. Just let the arms be an extension of the top part of the spine, waving up on an inhale, and exhale, waving down. Tailbone tucks to initiate the wave up. Tailbone sticks out to initiate the wave down. Inhale, rolling up the spine. Exhale, back to the flat back, pass through center, all the way to the other side. Right hip forward to the side reach and stand tall. Again, on the other side, hip out to the left. Pull bending through the knees. Now we'll pull the right hip back. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll up. Head is the last, actually fingers are the last to come up and to come down. Tail sticks out to roll down the spine. Tail tucks underneath to roll up the spine. Let's say a total of 4 times before we come back to the flat back here. Sweeping through the middle to the other side of flat back. Left hip will press forward to come into the side, reach, and then standing tall. Circling the pelvis a few times in each direction, just helping to lubricate the joint there. The hip socket, nice and gently. You might feel areas of tightness as you do it. Go ahead and stand on our right leg, hugging the left knee as close to the chest as you can, circling the right foot around the ankle, softening the hip flexor. You're doing all the work with the arms, not the leg, balancing, of course, on the right side. We've brought it to the side, we bring it around to the back, just mobilizing these extreme positions of the hip. Let's do the same on the other side, standing on the left, pulling the right knee up, shoulders down and back, chest lifted, left leg nice and strong. Take it into the crook of the elbow, open to the side, counterbalance with the arms, slot the hip down and back, and then holding on to the knee, allow the chest and arm to counterbalance by reaching forward as the leg goes to the back. We're going to flex the hip here, knee to chest as the arms reach forward, swing it back in space, put it down into a high lunge, and then step back together. Let's do the other leg. Knee comes up, sweep it to the back, let the body reach forward to counterbalance, put that back foot toes down. When we're in the high lunge, we're going to let the chest pull up and away from the pelvis, just to stretch out the hip flexor a little bit right here, and then spring to step back together. Left leg, knee is up, arms are reaching forward, and arms overhead as the leg sweeps back, arms stay overhead as we lean back, and then come together, arms open. Exhale, knee up, inhale, sweep back, exhale, put it down, inhale, stretch into the lunge, and exhale, step together. Left leg, exhale, knee up, inhale, sweep back, exhale, put it down, inhale, stretch back, and exhale, push together. 8 to 10 times here, going back and forth. Those arms are making one slow circle each cycle of the leg. Let them fall down to sweep up in front, reaching overhead as the leg goes back, staying overhead in the lunge, and then circling open as we step together. Okay. And just let your body relax. Take a few deep breaths. Move to stretch anything that feels really tense. All right, we're going to work inner and outer thighs, standing on the right leg. Squeeze the left leg into it, off the floor or toes on the floor. Arms crossed, and then inhale, let all of those limbs fly away from center. Exhale, squeeze the midline. Inhale, fly away on a straight leg. Exhale, bend and squeeze. And inhale, fly open. Let's say 5 times on this one leg, back and forth, up and down, before we switch sides. Exhale, bend, squeeze the right knee in, arms wrap. Inhale, stretch that right leg away with the arms as we straighten that standing leg. Exhale, down, and inhale, up and open. Exhale, squeeze, and inhale, fly open. Last time, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, fly open, and let the legs come back to the ground. We'll do another for inner and outer thigh, still balancing a little bit on the right leg. I'm going to cross the left in front of the right, squeezing the inner thighs, arms vertical. Inhale, brush it open. Exhale, step into the side lunge, rotate and look behind you, and then come back. Same leg 5 times. Squeeze in front, open side, step and rotate around, and then let the arms fall down as you come back. Arms up for the inner thigh squeeze, open for the side lunge, and stepping together as the arms fall down. Crossing in front of the body, maybe the eyes go in the direction the toes are pointing, and the eyes go around with that back arm as we rotate to the left, over that left thigh. So the change in focus there. Do the other side. Arms up, maintaining our vertical orientation. Inhale, sweep open. Exhale, land far away, rotating to the right, and push back together. Inhale, twist. Exhale, brush. Inhale, twist. And exhale, step together. Feeling the inner thigh squeeze as the leg crosses the body. And then as the leg flies open, those are our outer hip muscles making that movement possible. Landing on it with the knee open, also using the outer thigh, outer hip muscles there. All right, shake the legs. I'm going to take a deep squat with the arms lifted up to keep the chest vertical. And we're going to push to stand on the left leg as we bring the right knee up as high as we can toward the armpit, knee back, heel forward, keeping the hips more or less side by side. Arms can open as we stand on one leg, mostly for balance here. Inhale through the squat, exhale, push over to the one side. Inhale, squat, and push over to the other side. Notice that the shoulders are not leaning when we go to the one side because the hip that we're going to stand on is giving a little bit of a pull to get balanced over the ball of that standing foot. So the shoulder to hip relationship can stay vertical without shoulders having to counterbalance. Okay, final little series here for the thigh muscles. I'm going to kick forward, sweep that leg back with the arms back, this time bending both legs, trying to get the toes up to the sky, and then stand underneath yourself. The arms are circling here too. As we kick forward, the arms reach forward, sweep all of those limbs back, bend, bend, bend as the arms come out to the side for balance. Do bend both legs when they're in the back there. That'll help you be able to get that back leg up toward the sky, which will engage the glutes, and bending that leg will engage the hamstring in the back. Exhale, circle the arms and kick forward. Inhale, sweep it back. Let the body come forward so the leg can get up there. You can try different pathways with the arms. So here we're sweeping the arms forward and up, so we have a vertical orientation. Let the arms still flow through the back and around to the side, and then just they'll come down by your side. Circling all the way up, feeling strong on that standing leg, sweeping back, bend both knees, toes up to the sky, and then curl it under to stand. Reaching the arms up as we kick the right. This time let's try opening the arms up around the outside instead of sweeping down and back. Just changes the feeling. I think it actually helps to stay a little bit better suspended. So opening the arms as the leg sweeps back, bend and reach up, and then they can just fall down before sweeping up again. Once more on each side. Inhale long, exhale, sweep back, bend the knees, toes up, and then come to stand. Last time, exhale, knees unfolding to the heel, sweeping to the back, bend the knees, toes up, and stand. And that will conclude our full body work.